The purpose of this video is to show a general method of installing exterior building products rough sawn cedar EZ composite siding. For this video, we'll use common U.S. installation techniques. Please check your local building codes for confirmation. The first step in the installation of rough sawn cedar EZ is to snap a chalk line 2 inches above the lowest point of the structure. Install the top edge of the starter strip along the chalk line. The strip should be positioned 4 inches from the wall corner, allowing for the width of the corner piece. Nail the starter strip every 12 inches. Remember to always keep the starter strip level. Next, you'll want to determine the number of panels needed for the wall by dividing the total length of the wall in inches, less the width of the corner pieces used, by 55 1/2 inches. Be sure the end piece is no less than 12 inches wide. You may have to adjust the size of the starting panels to accommodate this end piece. Exterior's rough sawn cedar EZ panels can be cut randomly near the beginning of the panel. Be sure not to overlap the seams of the panel below. To ensure that a pleasing and authentic shingle look is maintained, don't cut more than one end piece at a time, since adjustments may be required for succeeding rows. Working from left to right, install the first rough sawn cedar corner and panel. The corner should be properly aligned with the first panel to start the row correctly. To align, temporarily position the first cut panel on the starter strip, butted flush with the corner, and adjust the corner so that it's properly aligned with the panel. While still holding the corner in place, remove the panel and install a fastener into the center hole of the corner piece to secure, and then fasten the corner in the remaining holes. Now reinstall your aligned panel. Permanently install the first panel by properly spacing the panel and install a fastener into the center hole. By attaching a fastener in the center hole, the panel will expand and contract evenly from the center out. This panel requires a minimum of 8 fasteners per panel. Once the panel is positioned properly and a fastener attached into the center pilot hole, you'll select evenly space and secure the other fasteners in the panel's top flange and a single fastener on the right side. Note that a closer spacing of fasteners is required for high-velocity wind areas. The non-corrosive fasteners must be installed into a solid substrate of no less than a 1/2 inch thick. Be sure that the fasteners only lightly touch the panel, thus allowing for movement during changes in temperature. Always install the fasteners flush with the panels so it doesn't interfere with the succeeding row. Position the next panel onto the starter strip, leaving the correct temperature spacing between panels. On rough sawn cedar EZ, a spacing guide mark is embossed directly on the panel flange. When installing at panel temperatures ranging from 30 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, position the next panel so that its upper left edge is on the spacing line. For installations at temperatures below 30 degrees Fahrenheit, position next panel slightly right of the line. For temperatures above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, position the panel slightly left of the line. Allow a 1/4 inch spacing around all openings, windows, gables, and tight blocks. This will compensate for expansion and contraction of the panels at different temperatures. For all succeeding panels on the same row, simply position the panel approximately 2 inches below the previous panel and slide upward, making sure to engage the locking clip in the bottom locking rail. Once engaged, gently tap the panel into place with the palm of your hand. Like all exterior dual-course panels, rough sawn cedar EZ provides positive stop posts between the back installation fingers. When installing succeeding rows of panels, don't force the panels up past the expansion posts. These stops are intended to prevent buckling due to changing temperatures. As you can see, we've repeated the earlier steps to create a single row. The last panel will need to be properly cut to fit into a 10-foot corner post, individual matching corner, or J-channel. Be sure that the right end piece of the row is a minimum of 12 inches wide. When completing a wall and a partial panel is used, remember to drill a new center hole. To create the most pleasing and authentic-looking installation, the length of the starting panel of each successive row should be varied by cutting the panel at a random distance from the beginning. Also, after the first row is installed and you start installing panels on each of the successive rows, It's important to step back and take a look at each panel as you install it to ensure that you're not overlapping vertical seams of the panel below. When completing a wall, face nailing may be required. If face nailing is required, pre-drill a hole in an inconspicuous area such as a shingle seam. The hole must be larger than the shank of the nail or screw, but smaller than the head to allow for possible expansion. Cover with matching paint. Exterior J-channels may be used for inside corner treatments. It's recommended to sleeve the corner with aluminum coil prior to installation of panels. For more detailed installation procedures, please refer to the installation guidelines on or in each carton of exterior siding. For additional information, log on to our website at www.exteriorbp.com.